Anime for Blondes.
Action! Hello, I am Becca.
And I'm Allie.
And welcome to a very special holiday episode of
Anime for Blondes!
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and an anime
New Year! Today, we're going over the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie, which actually, as it turns out, is a Christmas special.
Who knew?
I didn't.
I had no idea.
I probably should have known, but I had no idea.
And we wouldn't have known if our boy Toto hadn't been a little fangirl.
Yeah, thank God for Toto. Always.
Always. He's
Are
not
you
appreciated enough.
Are you guys having a happy holiday?
We're a little sick, but we're having a happy holiday still.
We've got our tea.
Exactly.
And we've got our pillows. And we've got our festive gojo. And we're ready to talk about this movie.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising to me.
In what way?
Well, I was led to believe it was a Gojo Geto prequel.
I mean, it is.
Barely.
I guess that's not the main plot. But we got a new character.
I didn't even see the scene of them riding tandem bicycles. Where's that?
Yeah, you're right. That was left out of both Hidden Inventory and this movie, unfortunately.
It's just a deleted scene that they
Yeah.
just, leaked.
Yep. If it makes you feel any better, in one of my favorite animes, in both intros, they promise a beach episode because they keep showing them at the beach. And then in both seasons, they never go to the beach.
That's actually hilarious.
Because I love it when they go to the beach, and then they never did, and I was pissed.
Well, yeah, it makes me think of, Phineas and Ferb, the intro had, all of their,
oh, yeah.
From the beginning, it had all of the, adventures they would do.
But we don't ever see them do those specific ones.
I think we see most of them, but there's a few that you don't see. And it's
The Mummy. Do we ever get the Mummy?
I don't think we get the Mummy. I think that's one of the ones that we don't get.
Okay.
Maybe, fact check us, guys. Fact check us in the comments. It's been a long time since I've watched Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb, season 2?
I'm gonna have to veto that bad boy.
It doesn't count as an anime?
It's definitely American in an American animation style, I fear. So, in my opinion, you definitely can't watch this Zero movie without at least having seen the first season of the show.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, you could, but I feel like you'd be missing, a lot of pieces and not really understand what's happening.
I feel like you just wouldn't be as invested. I think that season 1 does a good job at getting us invested in the story and the characters and stuff. And
the school.
And the school and, the whole world. And then this is, branching off of it. I wrote a note that, I think it's very interesting, the dynamic of movies like this for series. And it's a thing for a lot of animes. But also, I don't know, if you think back to, Disney Channel original series and, stuff like that, when they have a movie that branches off of it, they have to toe this line of giving us a little bit of backstory that and lore that they're not going to give us in the series, but it can't affect the main series too much.
Yeah.
It can affect it a little bit, but they don't want to affect it too much. And thinking about it, there's some that have done it badly, Wizards of Waverly Place. Do you remember?
Yeah. Okay, because that definitely would have affected the whole story.
Yeah, because Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie is oh, this is how you choose who the family wizard is.
Uh-huh.
And then in the actual series, they do it completely different.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
I know. And that's the thing, is that you have to toe this line. I think they did it different because they had a different show, producer the last season.
Oh,
I might be wrong. And I saw it in this. They make a few changes. They're oh, we'll show you how this happens, how this happens. We'll give you lore on some of the background characters we haven't really gotten to talk about too much, so that you can see a little bit more of them, but we're not going to affect the main story too much.
Yeah, there's no Megami, there's no Yuji. Mm-mm. It's kind of weird that there's no Megami, isn't it? Wouldn't he be there?
Yeah, what did Gojo just send him to finishing school for a few years? Where is he?
I guess, so in the story that, in the modern story, Inumaki and Maki and Panda are second years, and in this, they're first years. So technically, Megumi's not in high school yet, I guess.
So he's just at home.
Shouldn't he be walking around, though?
That's the thing. You'd think that Gojo would be, like, patting his head.
Yeah.
He's little. He, like, hasn't gone
He's
through puberty
1 year
yet.
younger.
Yeah, but that's a big year.
That's
the year before high school.
But for us, they've got 3 years of high school. We got 4. So for us, that'd be going from freshman to sophomore.
True. I
So I
still
feel
feel like
like-
it's kind of a big year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but no Megumi.
No Megumi, no Yuji. I did say in my notes, Yuta is just depressed Yuji.
Yeah, he's emo Yuji. Immediately, the movie's like, the tone is way more depressing and dark than the main series. The main series is like kind of funny.
Yeah, and silly. Immediately, this is like, oh, this little boy's best friend got hit by a car.
And the adults who witnessed it are being so weird.
Insane.
They're like, don't call an ambulance, call the coroner.
They're like, look at her, call the coroner. Like, it's a bit. Like, why are they making jokes?
And the lady is like, ew, I can't, I'm not gonna go touch her.
Yeah, they're like, go see if she's okay.
Fuck?
She's like, I'm not getting near that. I'm like,
excuse me?
it's a child that you hit with your car?
Like, go check on her.
Can you, like, I had the moment where I was like, can you imagine if you hit a kid with your car?
No.
I would literally never forgive myself.
I would, yeah. I can't even imagine what
I fear I'd, like, have to go to a mental
I'd be like,
hospital.
please take me to prison.
No, literally.
And I'll
I'd be
just
like,
never talk to anybody ever again.
that actually is insane.
And these people are, like, acting like it's a bit.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
are they making jokes? They're, like, riffing off of each other. They're, like, pulling an us. They're, like, acting like they're on a podcast.
I did think that this movie did a really good job at explaining what curses are and how they're made, actually.
This was a really good, like, lore.
Yeah.
This was really great for lore. It was kind of crucial. But I do think it was fine for us to not have watched it in the, like, proper order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking back now, because I was, like, worried when you were like, no, they explained that in the movie. I was like, no, I messed up. But now I'm like, I think it's...
Yeah, so in hindsight, after watching it, I actually do agree that it was nice to watch it after everybody died in Shibuya.
Yeah, she had the moment of...
Yeah, it was so nice to see him.
I was like, wait, has that happened already when this comes out? I think it's in the
It's
third
the same
episode.
week. It happens in
Yes.
the same week.
So this will come out in
No.
the fourth?
Yeah.
I thought it was in the third.
No.
Okay, we'll have to see.
Okay.
And if not, I'll bleep all of this
Cut that
out
out.
or cut it out.
Okay. It was really nice to see characters again from the main series that met unfortunate ends.
Or that we just, like, saw in a much sadder time.
Or
And
in
they're
a different
younger
light.
and happier now.
And we're watching them we're watching all of them do a mission.
Yes.
And it was really interesting to see actually how many sorcerers that they had.
It really was. And so many, like, random ones that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah. A lot of them got eaten, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that happens.
But I feel like not that many.
And Gojo really just reinforced something we talked about a few episodes ago about how insane it is that they send these kids on these insane missions.
Yeah.
And Gojo was like, don't they know that these are kids and they shouldn't have all this burden on them?
Yeah.
Like,
he said no one should be able to take youth away from the young.
real. So
Yeah.
real.
So he's actually on your side the whole time.
Mm-hmm. And I love him for that.
And he's trying to take care of business. So
And he is my favorite character.
No, he's not.
And he is my husband.
I'm trying to think how I would actually react if you were like dead ass. Like and I don't know. Like on one hand, he's everybody's husband.
But this close it would be.
It's a little, I don't know, I feel a little territorial.
Yeah. I am joking. So
I
it's
know,
fine.
thank
It's
goodness.
fine. Okay, back to how this was really good for lore.
Okay.
I did feel like it was kind of like the beginning with Yuji again, where
Yeah.
they bring someone in that hasn't been in it for a long time, and then they're explaining the process. But we got to see a different, less gung-ho, more emo version of Yuji learning that. And so we got to learn different things, and we got to Yuji was like a natural, and this kid wasn't really a natural. He was scared. And like he was like, you guys do it, like you what do I do? You take control. And I was like, that's me. That's so me. That is exactly how I would be if I just randomly had to go to Jujutsu High.
Yeah, he has no actual skill. The reason he's there is because he's cursed by this thing called Rita, which is his childhood friend slash fiance, I guess. When she got hit by the car and died, she became a curse and clung herself to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had just been like, when we grow up, we're gonna get married, and they had rings and everything. And it was really cute.
And the rings still fit him somehow.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to assume he doesn't grow that much.
Or she got like too big of a size because they don't make engagement rings for children.
That's more likely, actually.
Like
that
it
makes
used to just fit
sense.
his thumb, and now it fits his ring finger.
Yeah. He used to wear it on a chain, actually.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Because we see him take it off the chain.
That must be what it is then. A cute engagement ring. I am actually pro. I mean, we all know I'm not pro marriage, but I am pro if you're gonna get married, guys having a stone in their engagement ring.
Yeah, it's unfair that the
wedding ring.
guys don't get a little stone.
I love that. The little stone was so cute.
Yeah. We don't really know what her ring looked like. Or was it just exactly the same?
I wonder if she even got one.
She just gave one to him and she didn't get one.
I mean, that's all we saw.
Yeah, that's true.
And, I mean, I don't know how soon after that she perished.
I feel like it's implying it was the same day.
Okay, because if it's the same day, he didn't know she was going to ask
That's
him.
true.
He didn't have time to get her a ring.
That's true. Oh, she proposed to him.
Yeah.
Feminism.
Our feminist queen.
We stand.
And then she's like literally the whole reason he can do anything.
Yeah,
she's running
unfortunately,
the show here.
she is. He can't get bullied. She'll just kill them.
That was so slay.
Like, also same.
Yeah.
That's how...
Protecting our men.
Yeah. Our men need protection.
Yeah.
Oh, and Yuta is another example of Gojo saving a kid from execution.
Oh, interesting.
All the higher up, the freaking people in charge were like, we're only postponing his execution. He's like, yeah.
Literally, what's wrong with them?
They just love to kill kids.
They just love... I genuinely think that this is like some kind of weird cult where they're trying to kill kids. Because even the Jujutsu Sorcerer kids, they just send out to die.
Yeah. To at least the Inumaki mission, it would have been a really easy, basic thing to do if Geto hadn't showed up. Yeah.
Which, that was so exciting when Geto showed up. I was like, where's Geto?
We went through like half the movie without any Geto.
Literally. And then the one scene where he showed up, I'm painting my nails. And she goes, look who it is. I look up, it's already to the next scene.
They like foreshadow him because he's picking something up.
I'm like, I have to assume it was Geto.
Yeah, it was. And Geto's like a little less emo in this, and he's a lot more
sadistic.
He was giving fruity to me.
Fruity?
Yeah. Just, I don't know, his behavior.
How dare you say that about my... I don't even know. Like, I'm here like, Geto and Gojo, Geto and Gojo. I'm like, don't call him fruity.
I know, you're like, go get your man, Gojo. He's more flamboyant. He's more... like, yeah, he's extroverted. Yeah.
He's like accepted that he's doing this, and
he's like got a purpose.
He's found his purpose, and it's a little scary, guys. A little hot, a little scary.
We hate to see a radicalized king.
Like, please go to therapy. I could fix him. No, really, I can't.
You probably could, honestly.
I could. His, like, assistant girly, that was
Becca's new cosplay goal.
They take a picture, I'm like, that's me and Taylor.
He's like, do you have my camera? She's like, right here.
Like,
that's so you.
That's so me. I'm like, let's take a selfie together. Except he liked taking pictures.
Also, we never actually saw her fight.
Yeah.
We see her about to go into fight, and then we never actually see it. So we have no idea what her power is. Oh,
me for real.
You'll be there for support.
And pictures. I'll make sure to
document the war.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
See you guys at the war.
God. Why was he so giddy? He's just so silly about it all, and it's
I
like, bro,
know.
this is serious.
He's like, I gotta take these girls out for crepes. See you later.
Which, good father.
Yeah. I think it's weird that they're still calling him Mr. Gato.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
Also, Bandage Gojo. Like my figure.
Bandage Gojo?
Yeah, he's wearing bandages, not his black blindfold.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
The whole time?
They looked the same. And they even say the loser with the blindfold.
Yeah, but it's different. It's bandages, not. Okay.
Sorry.
That was exciting for me.
I
Let's see. Sickly kid, sickly kid.
Wait, so yeah, was that I feel like I missed that and like it didn't click for me. So they were like sick together first.
Yeah, they met in the hospital.
Okay.
I feel they were sickly.
Because I kept getting confused by those flashbacks because I was like, wait, is this him like creating a universe where she didn't die in the car crash and he's like visiting her at the hospital?
No.
But no, so it's saying they met in the hospital, they were sickly, became best friends from that after they got better, then she died. Awesome.
Yeah.
A sickly child that then dies.
Yep.
Slay.
Like Tiny Tim.
Does he die?
In the first universe that's gonna happen before Mr. Scrooge changes his ways.
Wow. I've never seen that.
Shut up. Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't. I'm not joking.
You're doing a bit.
I'm not.
That's actually crazy.
I've just seen like every like adaptation, you know? Like the Mickey one and like every TV show does versions.
He still dies in the Mickey Mouse one in the first timeline when the ghost of Christmas Future is like, look, Tiny Tim's gonna die and it's your fault.
I don't remember that part.
That's crazy.
Maybe I'll go home and watch that tonight.
That's a good one. That's a good watch.
Interesting.
Anyways.
Keep the holiday spirit alive.
Oh, okay, and so Gojo learns the story as he's taking Yuta to the school, and he says there's no curse more twisted than love. Guys.
He knows.
He knows.
He gets it.
Yeah. And Becca was like, I wonder who he's talking about.
My heart breaks for them.
I know. They are the best part of the show.
They really are, and I wish that it was just about them. Season 3, please just make it about them with like occasional flash forwards to Yuji.
I fear
it's not.
I fear that's girl.
Oh no, guys. We have like 3 episodes left of season 2, and apparently everybody that I love is gonna die. Or there's just gonna be no hope that Gojo and Gato could ever have a happily ever after in those 3 episodes.
In the next 3 episodes of season 2, I will tell you no.
So then how do I know it's not gonna happen in season 3?
Yeah, I guess you don't.
Exactly.
You have no idea. Oh yeah, we get more Inumaki screen time.
We get more of all of the second years.
Yeah.
Which they're first years in this movie. So this takes place the year before season 1.
Yep.
So that was really fun, and that's what I like about movies like this. Like, it can delve into some other characters that we haven't learned that much about.
Mm-hmm.
We learn a little bit about Maki in the first season, but we get to delve in a little bit more on like her personal feelings. She talks about how she did this out of spite because she wants to become super powerful and then go back and destroy
and kill her family
from the inside. I'm like, okay, word.
And she's like a lot more sensitive about where she comes from. She's like, don't use my last name. Don't ask me about cursed energy, because in case you guys forgot, she doesn't have any. What?
Brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how she's kind of come into her own in the second season, and I wonder if part of that was Yuta.
Yeah, because, okay, this was really funny. I thought this was such a funny... I think he was misreading the situation.
Okay.
Yuta's training with Maki, and Panda goes, oh my god, I've had a revelation.
He pulls a Toto.
He does! He pulls a Toto. He's like, Yuta, do you like big boobs or little boobs? And Yuta's like, I didn't realize I had a choice in this.
He's like, I've never thought about this once. I got a girl.
He's like, I've got one girl and she no longer has boobs. So, she doesn't.
She doesn't.
So
And when they were kids, she
also did
and
it.
he wouldn't be thinking like that. So it's like,
And then he's like, I guess if I get to choose a little bigger, and then he turns to Maki and he's like, you have a chance. I think it's funny. I think he was misreading the situation.
well, yeah, because you probably think Maki's.
She's giving queer. She is.
Everyone in the show is.
A little bit on some
Everyone
level.
in every anime is.
It's like there can never be explicitly gay characters. They can only be gay coded.
And they always are.
And they always are.
There's no straight coded characters in anime. Except for like Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
The most straight coded characters I've ever seen.
Because they get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think of like a very hetero person in JJK. And I can't.
You can't.
I was like, maybe Megami, but also
No.
no.
Maybe Nanami?
Maybe
He's
Nanami.
probably the most.
Probably. He doesn't seem to think much of relationships either way. He's a workaholic.
Yeah, he's actually asexual.
That's devastating.
You're like, I had a chance. But I
chance.
don't anymore.
I can't wait to cosplay.
Yeah, we're watching this. She's on Amazon. She's like, I'm getting a leopard print tie.
Yeah.
Okay. Period, queen. Support it.
Yeah. It'll be fun. You'll be that girl in the purple dress.
I'll probably be Gojo, but
you should be Gojo in this, and Taylor should be Gato in this, because Gato has like the longest hair in this one.
True. He just cut his hair though. His hair's a little shorter.
Oh, okay.
This long.
Whoa! Really?
Yeah.
That's the shortest. That's like
so
short. No, I guess not.
But yeah, we really get even like we don't get any more Panda backstory, but they do mention Panda is close with the principal.
And we get to see him become gorilla.
Oh, true. And then we get to see a lot more, and like we don't get to see a lot more backstory, but we hear a little bit more backstory about Inumaki.
Yeah, and his family gets mentioned. It's like a clan.
Yeah, and they talk. Panda tells Yuta that Inumaki from birth has had this cursed speech.
That's insane.
That's so scary. It's giving Twilight newborn
Renesmee,
the baby vampires.
Oh yeah, they just can't control. They're just babies.
Yeah, that's how it would be.
And accidentally killing people.
He's like, more food. There's just a bunch of food pops up out of nowhere.
I'm hungry. Yeah. Feed me.
Yeah.
Or
they're feeding him.
If he's getting bullied, he's like, go kill yourself.
At 2.
A toddler.
No, not 2. A toddler saying, go kill yourself.
I wasn't picturing him at 2. I was like, I don't know, 10.
Yeah. I would think by then
he'd understand.
He seemed like he was more mature. He was older wiser than his years.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that really added a lot of depth to him for me.
Yeah, so he gets sent on his own missions because even though he's a first year, he's a second grade. So they send him on a little mission, and they're like, you can do this by yourself, but take this kid along with you so he can like see what it's like. And in this, they're using the barriers a lot more recreationally than I remember them doing in the main series. When they use a barrier in the main series, it feels like it's more like a big deal. Am I crazy for that?
I don't know. I kind of felt like I did feel like something like that was different than usual. Like I was like, oh.
Like they put down a barrier every time, and I feel like I missed that when I watched the first season.
Yeah, same. Like I was like, why is it kind of giving solo leveling?
Yeah, it is. Seal it off.
Like now my brain is getting all confused about the things we've watched.
You're just gonna compare everything going forward to solo leveling.
Yeah, or I'll be comparing everything to Jujutsu Kaisen, just like I compared everything to
Attack on Titan,
just like I compared that to
X-Men.
I was thinking My Hero Academia, but yes.
I got it.
Everything is worthy of being compared to X-Men.
Oh, and we learn, I didn't know this about Inumaki before, but he has to use throat medicine.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they just threw that out there.
Yeah.
They're like, let's
I mean,
give
it
him
makes
a little
sense.
bit of lore. Yeah.
They're like, that's why he can't be too OP because it hurts him.
Well, I'm like, where was this when I was in Japan with a sore throat? I didn't know.
He just one chug and he's better.
I didn't know this existed. That would have saved me.
I know. That sucks. So, and oh my god. It's a school of fish. Oh yeah. Maki also says like the weaker that a curse is, the more they group up. And that just made me think of like the group of curses that are teamed up together in the main story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true, actually. I never thought about that.
And like how Gato can't actually fight, he just sends his curses to fight for him, his like group of curses on his behalf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that says something.
It says he's not the strongest.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I liked the scene when Inumaki says, "Get crushed." And then I was like, "Get crushed, loser."
You loser fish.
Literally. Freaking weirdo.
And then, and I never noticed this in the main series. I don't know if they didn't include it, but then he has a sore throat from doing it. So that's why he has a throat medicine. And so his power's not as strong until he takes the medicine. I don't know. I thought that was nice to give him a little weakness.
Yeah, because he's kind of OP.
A little bit. And severely underutilized, which is why I was so excited to see him like do stuff in this.
Yeah, we did get to see at the end too. It didn't even work because he was so weak.
Yeah.
He tried to tell Yuta to run.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
And that either says Inumaki's too weak at that point, or Yuta's too strong.
True, he was able to resist.
Yeah. Because he just keeps getting more powerful as he keeps fighting Gato. And Gato's so excited about that. I thought it was really funny when Gojo goes and checks out the crime scene that Yuta and Inumaki were at, and he like can smell Gato.
Yeah.
He picks it up based on smell.
Yeah, that's kind of, he knows. Like we see that in season 2 with him. Not the smell specifically, but he can just sense if it's the real Gato or not.
Yeah.
So he's
no doubt
tapped in.
This Gato's definitely your man.
Yeah.
It's not a fake villain imposter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And we did get to see him in a little sweater again.
He was so cozy in that little sweater. I loved that little sweater on him.
Also, Yuta is like trying to hype himself up to fight, and Gato's like, yeah, keep up those daily affirmations.
Wellness king. Yeah, let's talk about when Gato flies on that big bird curse with everybody inside the mouth and then shows up at Jujutsu High.
Yeah, first of all, it's so weird because the first years have no idea who that is at this point.
No.
No one does except for Gojo and the principal.
Well, and it's funny because Gojo's telling the principal, he's like, yeah, it was Gato. And he's like, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, why would it be him? And then he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, he senses him. Or sees him flying in on the big bird, not little bird.
The little bird.
The big bird. I thought he was in the mouth at first, and then he wasn't, but then everyone else was in the mouth.
He was riding the bird. He was flying it, and then everybody else was flying in the mouth.
And we still didn't see his adopted daughter use her phone power.
Dude, they actually are just never gonna... they absolutely aren't because she's dead now. But...
Yeah, we can say that at this point.
We'll see. I'll probably have to cut out so much.
No, I think these 2 episodes go out at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we'd never see her use her power. Becca got excited.
Dude, they just tease us. It did look like some type of curse comes out of the camera. It showed like a little tiny bit before.
Also, they like to hang people. That's their choice of killing method.
Which, I guess makes sense.
Does it?
Since they grew up in the sticks. And they were getting all,
Sure.
Kill the witch, burn the witch vibes. Yeah. Which you would think it'd be burning, but...
And it just seems like more work.
Yeah, like, maybe just
stab them.
Maybe just use magic.
Yeah.
You just use your
Maybe
powers.
just use your powers. It's like the girl with the phone has powers and then the girl with the rope doesn't, and that's why she has to use a rope.
They're more sadistic and traumatized.
Yeah.
Because of Gato.
Yeah.
And where they grew up.
Gato calls his cult his family.
As one does when you're a cult
In a
leader.
cult, yeah.
So, okay, Gato shows up at Jujutsu High.
Mm-hmm.
And he is just so adorable.
He gets all buddy-buddy with Yuta.
Immediately.
Arm around him.
The principal, Gojo, all the kiddos, they all are outside.
They show up.
To meet him. And Gato, all of his little buddies, get out. And he says, hey, we're gonna have a war. Yippee.
HMU.
See you then.
On the battlefield. But first he tries to become buddy with Yuta, and he's like, hey, I need your help.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. I want to kill all non-sorcerers. How about it, buddy?
But he doesn't say it like that.
No, he basically does. That's the exact tone he's using.
He's like, I really want to help our sorcerer kind. Would you be interested in that? And then he goes on and insults everybody else, especially Maki. And Utah.
I actually was thinking that the whole time.
It's
I was like, he's basically Utah.
And Yuta is like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but don't insult my friends.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna help you. You just offended everyone here that I care about.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny how he literally has no idea what Gato is talking about.
That's true.
Because he just became a sorcerer.
For 3 months.
3 months. Bro has no idea.
Nope.
Any of this. He has no, like, lore. Like, I'm sure the other kids have a little bit of lore about the Gato Gojo situation.
But Yuta has no idea who this guy is.
He has no idea.
He just showed up in a bird and was like, hey.
I could use your help, but everybody else sucks. And then he's like, Suguru, how are you doing?
Oh my god. No, he said, Satoru, how are you doing?
Oh, Satoru. He's like, Satoru, how are you doing? You're not really training these guys very well, are you? Like, he's just being, like...
That hurt a little bit.
Yeah, he's being snarky to Gojo. I'm like,
how often are you guys meeting up? I feel like this should be, like, kind of a bigger reunion than you're making it out to be.
Yeah. I think it's just the first time you're seeing your ex again after breaking up vibes. Like, he's trying to pretend everything's okay, and that he's actually doing so much better. He's so much better off.
But we see them both having flashbacks of their breakup scene.
And it's, like, blurrier.
Yeah, because they don't remember because the memories are fading.
Oh, man. That's heartbreaking.
Actually, I saw someone on TikTok point out that in the Hidden Inventory arc, the backgrounds change, little details are weird, and that it's just supposed to be, like, cool animation details to foreshadow that Gojo's dreaming.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it too. I never noticed, but
I guess that makes sense.
Now I'm like, I gotta watch that arc again.
Oh no. Rewatch for season 2?
We just keep watching this show over and over again.
That'd be insane.
And then we have more to talk about. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, so basically Gato's like, be there or be square.
Yep. I'm here to declare war. See you there. And
then yeah, he does his infamous line.
It's infamous to us.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
Bye, see you at the war.
See you. That's how we're gonna end all our episodes from now on.
Yeah. Bye guys, see you at the war.
The war. I love that.
The war. Honestly, I was like, wow, this is exactly what Fato did, basically.
No, literally, he's doing the same plan. Like, you were like, see, Gato hasn't done anything wrong. And I'm like, girl. Yikes. Fato actually stole this plan from real Gato.
No, literally, he's like, actually, you kind of ate with that one.
Let's run it back.
Yeah.
let's see that
Take
play
2.
again.
Take 2. Action.
And even with the whole, like, tricking to get Gojo, like, alone, or, like, to get the target alone.
Literally.
It's the same plan.
And I am begging Jujutsu High to not be stupid for once.
You get so mad.
It pisses me off how they're so easy to trick. They just take everybody at their word.
This obvious villain who, like, lies and, like...
Well, and they even know. They know that he's interested in Yuta. Why would they leave him alone?
Yeah, they're like... But that's also why they leave him, because they're like, well, we can't let Gato fight Yuta so that he doesn't... So, Gato's desire is to take... Oh god, I forgot her name.
Rika,
yeah. Because Rika's a curse, and Gato absorbs curses, and
yes.
he calls her the queen of curses. Okay, queen.
Period.
He wants to absorb her, basically, and, like, use her. And he says he can do that. All he has to do is kill Yuta.
Easy. Easy peasy.
It should be, but he's actually kind of really strong.
And so is Rika.
Yep.
Which, spoilers, because of him.
Yeah, yep. So she didn't curse herself. He cursed her to save her life.
Mm-hmm. We find out in the end that is... that is so sweet. And then for a second, I was like, wait, is she going to be alive?
No. I was like, oh, she's back. Awesome.
Yeah, I was like, oh, perfect. He actually saved her.
Happily ever after. No, she's dead.
Yeah. But yeah, so while everybody and Gojo are fighting was it in Tokyo or Kyoto?
Both. Well, I think they're in Tokyo.
Okay. They're fighting in Tokyo and Kyoto or wherever. All of Gato's people show up. Gojo's like, he wouldn't not be
He likes
here.
to show off.
Yeah.
He likes to play.
He knows his ex.
Yeah, we all know our ex.
We all know our ex. And he's like, something's off. And then he sends Panda and Inumaki back. And they come to help fight because Gato shows up and Maki goes to try to fight him.
Absolutely no one.
Like, can we think? Can we use our brains for 1 second?
Also, we got to see Gojo actually do the teleportation thing.
I was like, Gojo can teleport? Forgot about that.
Because we didn't actually see him do the thing to make Yuji teleport in the first season. We just knew that it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I kind of feel like that was just another thing. They were like, let's add to this lore. Like the throat spray.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
The throat spray makes a lot of sense, though.
I mean, this one kind of does too, I guess. But it's just funny that he never uses it.
Yeah, or maybe he does, and that's how he goes off and does all these missions. While the main characters are
using it.
Yeah, that's true. This is a thing where, hey, they're showing us, they're not telling us.
Yeah, but not in their original show.
No, not
in the main show. They're not showing us.
So this show does have like some pretty crucial information.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were fine not watching it, but I think we got something out of it.
Yeah, it's definitely fun and it adds to the universe. I would definitely recommend anyone that's watched Jujutsu Kaisen to watch it. It was fun.
So yeah, Panda and Inumaki go to help Maki. And isn't it kind of weird that she was still alive?
Yeah.
Because, like, he held back. They say he held back on Inumaki and Panda because they're, like, sorcerers. They have cursed energy. But he doesn't view Maki that way.
He doesn't. But I do think, like, Gojo was like, I knew that you wouldn't hurt kids.
I guess.
And I guess that's why.
Maybe she reminds him of, I was about to say Rika again, but the Star Vessel.
Oh, that would be interesting.
They're both kind of like defiant and with dark hair.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like young girls. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and maybe he just was like, he doesn't care if she lives or dies. He's just like, get her
out of the way.
Yeah, out of the way.
Yeah.
He doesn't care to like go full
throttle.
Yeah, he's like, everyone will die eventually when my plan comes to be.
Girl, you gotta watch Dan to Dan.
Oh jeez, I've heard it's really good.
It actually is. The first episode, I didn't like the first episode because like I was
apparently it's kind of weird.
It's
there's some weird stuff that happens.
There's some weird stuff, like trigger warning, but like it doesn't actually happen.
Okay. Trigger warning what?
Exactly.
Just a trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning.
Okay.
Malachi had to be like, it doesn't happen. It's gonna be okay. And I was like, okay, then I can get through this. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I saw is people being like, Dan Dan was really good. Apart from that really weird scene in season one or
Or in the
in
first
episode
of yeah.
one.
But the rest of it, it's so good. It's so weird.
Okay.
It literally might be the coolest show I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
And it's got a love story.
I mean, I don't have any other animes to watch right now. I don't have like 50 episodes I need to watch before January or anything.
Subtle foreshadowing.
Guys, I wonder what's coming in January.
Solo Leveling season 2.
Yeah, and anything else? Any other season 2s?
Not off the top of my head.
Interesting.
Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh,
It's just the
Gato.
yeah, the end fight. We have Panda and Inumaki tricking him. That was really cool and fun.
I liked it. I like the fight choreography. But they don't last very long.
No. And then Inumaki, like I said before, tries to get Yuta to run, and Yuta's like, nah, bro. I got this.
And he does. He got this.
He got this.
He actually slayed. He
gets pretty
so
far,
hard.
and then he ends up having to be like, okay, I need to harness my full power. And he's like, Rika, if you let me harness your full power, I will give my body and soul up to you.
I'll be with you forever.
I'm like, okay, slay. A romantic.
And then they kiss. They cut right before they actually kiss, but he does kiss the curse.
Aww.
We see a panel of it in the manga.
Oh. Okay.
And I fear I am Rika. I fear I just love my man so much that like I too would become a curse to be with him.
Yeah, I would just have to still be there.
And also
just to bother him.
And the way she like they kiss and then she like freaks out and is like, I love you so much. I'm like, that's me. Aww. I fear.
Aww.
I'm also a monster and my man loves me the way I am. Yeah.
She was getting jealous of Maki too.
She was. And I was like, am I dumb? Or is everybody just reading too much into it?
I think she's just another girl that he spends a lot of time with.
Okay.
So I think
so that's why she's jealous, but like she doesn't really have a reason to be jealous.
Yeah, well, and I think that they maybe had like a special connection.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's romantic or not, but they are that age where if you're spending alone time and having a special connection with someone of the opposite gender.
I guess it just happens.
Yeah.
With the opposite gender, and if you're straight.
Yes. If you're friends with so if you're having a special connection and hanging around with someone of the opposite gender, everyone else is going to assume something's going on.
That's true.
And for like yourself, the person, like the gender you're attracted to, if you're spending a lot of time with them, then that's going to be a thing. So I think it's just that kind of thing. I don't think they have anything serious, obviously.
No. I think the thing that Panda started to say before he made a giant assumption was Maki hasn't really had anyone to like fight like weapon style with. And so I think that's why she was having fun, because he's learning to fight with a sword and she uses a bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it was fun for her.
Well, and it's like she's different from Panda and Inumaki. They kind of have a different growing up process that they had.
Yeah.
Whereas her and Yuta kind of have a similar growing up process.
Yeah, that's true. And that's how they were both like bullied different ways, but like
they both felt like othered.
Yeah, they grew up with harsh environments. So Rika and Yuta fully merge, I guess. Yeah. And then they kick Gato's ass.
Yep, and that was slay.
He walks away with a limb missing. And
he's like, well, that was that. He just gives up. I'm like, okay, slay.
No, he was like, I'll get him next time.
Yeah. But then he also is just like kind of accepting death. It was weird, like.
It's because Gojo shows up.
Yeah, then Gojo shows up.
And then he's like, oh, okay, I am dead. Whoops.
And then Gojo like whispers something to him, and I think it was like, I'm gonna have to kill you. You know that, right?
Do you want to know the theory?
Okay.
So Gege apparently revealed that he says 3 words to him.
Oh,
So everyone thinks he says "I love you"
obviously.
because after that, Gato says at least curse me a little bit, and Gojo earlier in this movie says curse or love is the most twisted curse of all.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. See, because he said at least curse me a little bit or something like that, I was like, he's asking for to die from that
By being
method.
cursed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounded like he just got his head chopped off to me.
Yeah, or just his neck slit even.
Yeah. It didn't sound like cursed energy.
Do we think he just sliced his head? Like right there?
No.
Is that why?
That's a Kenjaku thing specifically.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess
We heard
we
his
don't
life.
see it. We don't see
Yeah.
it, so
Yeah, I was thinking, I think he said, my theory is you're gonna die.
you're like counting the words.
Because I'm trying to, yeah. Because I was gonna say, I'm gonna kill you, that's 4 words. I feel like, yeah, I don't know.
I feel like it would be something like more nostalgic than that. Because he's smiling. Gato's smiling.
Yeah, but it's just so weird to just say I love you in that context.
If it's the last time Gojo's ever gonna see him, I don't think it's that weird.
I feel like Gay was
Trolling.
Like, trolling, yes. I think he saw like where everybody went with it, and I think that like wasn't actually the plan there, but he was like, he's like, well, let me just say this. It was 3 words. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, what other 3 words would it be?
Taylor Swift leaving Easter eggs.
Literally. 3 words.
8 letters.
8 letters.
Say them in of yours.
Please.
1,
4, 3. I love you.
I don't know that one.
What?
The song that you're singing?
That's crazy.
I know that 143 means I love you.
There's a song.
I didn't know that song.
1, 4, 3. I love you. 1, 4, 3.
Who does it?
I don't know. It's from like middle school.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that one.
Okay.
Wow. Phew, scared me.
It's just like a huge song. I can't believe it.
Let's see. Are we missing anything? Rita and Yuta power couple?
When did they say you fight for love, I'll fight to win?
When, when they merge and Rika's like, I love you, and he's like, that's freaking weird.
I mean, valid.
And then he's like, how dare you, our love is pure. And then Gato says, fine, you fight for love, I'll fight to win. And I was like, that's kind of a slay.
Yeah, he kind of hit with that one.
But then he lost. So
yeah.
Maybe love does conquer all, guys.
Interesting. Maybe love will conquer all in the future too.
Yeah.
Maybe for a little Christmas present. Love will conquer all.
Yeah.
That's basically it. I mean,
That's basically it.
It was just kind of a fun romp.
Oh! So, okay, 2 things. First of all, we got Miwa and Toto.
We did get to see
fight.
the Kyoto
school. Yeah. So that was nice. And Toto reveals that his idol, I wrote down her name this time. Hold on. Rika, Queen of Curses. Takada. Her name's Takada. He says Takada's got a Christmas special at 6 o'clock, so I gotta be out of here by then.
Yeah, and I'm like, me too.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, a Christmas special.
Literally
That's
us.
crazy. We're literally Takada.
We're hosting the Christmas special.
You gotta wink at the camera like she does. Yeah.
I don't know that she does that, but
we do know that.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't, because I have no memory.
And Gojo shows up, and he's not wearing the blindfold, so no one recognizes him.
That was weird.
They're like, who are you? He's like, I'm your good-looking teacher, Satoru Gojo.
Weird thing to say as a teacher, but I'll let it slide.
It's true.
It's giving when my PE teacher in 9th grade was a former American Eagle model.
What?
Or like Abercrombie, and he would like bring it up all the time.
That's weird.
And all the girls loved him, and I was like, that's weird, guys.
Why do you bring that up, though?
I just was giving
like,
that.
maybe mention it once. But, like, for it to be a continual thing, that is weird.
It was his most, like, proud moment of his life. Well, that's that, guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
Oh yeah, when Gojo shows up, he reveals that he and Yuta are actually super distant relatives.
That was so sweet.
Yeah, and I kind of saw it in their hairstyles when both their hair was down.
True.
Also, did you notice that Yuta's the only sorcerer we ever see wearing white?
I did notice that he was wearing white.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, slay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, they don't make him wear the uniform, I guess?
It's the same uniform, it's just white.
Yeah, I know, but why?
Because he's special. I don't
Okay.
I thought it was another cute connection to Gojo, because Gojo has the white hair.
Okay, cute. Yeah, I did like that. I was like, I wish everybody else took a little bit more liberty with their uniform.
Yeah.
A little more style.
Becca's like, why is everyone wearing scarves? Because it's Christmas, as it turns out.
They did say it was cold, but like even like Yuji wears a scarf all the time.
I think it's just part of the uniform also. They take liberty and style with their scarves. Panda doesn't have to wear a uniform. That's kind of messed up, isn't it?
Kind of weird.
Make a panda-sized uniform for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're cold, they're cold.
That's so true. That's so true. Don't leave them outside in the backyard. Please. I do want to mention that they called Gojo dumb blindfolded guy, and I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, and they did. Everyone just thinks he's dumb, but I fear he's smarter than everyone else.
Yeah.
He's the only one who, like, understands that you can't just send children off to war.
Yeah, but then he somehow still just goes exactly where they're like, we need Gojo.
Yeah. Well, because he thought he could take care of it. He would have. I think he would have been able to take care of it if Kenjaku wasn't in Gato's body. It would have been fine. That was like the trump card.
That was the trump card.
So, anyways, I think he did nothing wrong. Oh, and we meet a new character. Also, I'm just gonna mention it briefly. His name's Miguel. He and Gojo, continue to have a dynamic in the manga. And Yuta. Wow, I did it again. Yuta's in the current timeline is off training with him. In case you were wondering, where the heck is Yuta in the main story?
And in case you were wondering, no, that's not in the main show at all. That's just lore that she knows magically, somehow. For the love of God, can I enjoy a show by itself? No, apparently not.
I mean, you definitely can't enjoy this movie by itself. You need like the first season.
The movie definitely, but just so much of this is like, oh, it's in the manga, or oh, it's just online, or oh, Gege has said this.
I'm sorry, I'm annoying.
It's not you, it's the
show.
show that annoys me.
Yeah. Oh, and Yuta or Rika's free. She's no longer a curse.
And she tells Yuta, do not come see me anytime soon.
But I'll see you later.
Yeah.
And they're so cute.
I know.
And I don't know. It was a pretty scene. Gojo didn't have his bandage on for it. Just saying.
He didn't. And yeah, I don't know. I just loved the vibes of this. I thought it was like fun. I feel like whenever there's a movie like this, it always has like slightly different vibes than the show.
And it did.
Yeah, and but in a good way. Like it's fun to just see kind of a different environment and different vibe and see how Gojo, he was like a little bit more rusty in this year of teaching, and
yeah,
he's a little more green, and then we know him now, and yeah, I really enjoyed getting to know a lot more.
And we're seeing him more as a teacher in this, and we're seeing the school as more of a school, because like the students are actually like training and
it stuff. Really does not seem like a school, and he does not seem like a teacher in our current times.
Yeah, the new one
the main show.
And I think it's really interesting. This show starts off, it has a much more serious tone. It deals with like kind of darker themes at first, but then it ends on such like a happier note.
Yeah, and like somehow the stakes feel so much lower in this movie.
It's because it's real Gato and not Fato.
Yeah. Ugh.
He's not trying to kill Satoru Gojo specifically.
It was just so good to see him.
Yeah.
I missed him.
That's your man.
That's my man. That's mine.
You're gonna stick beside him.
Yup, that's me.
And R.I.P. Gato.
R.I.P. Yeah. I mean, we didn't even see him die, so I'm like,
he's dead.
He's coming back. He's coming back. Don't you worry, guys. I do want to know the lore of how Kenjaku gets him.
You're either gonna have to read the manga or hope they show it in the next season.
They've got to show it in season 3. There's no way.
I don't know. If they do the plot that I think they're gonna do, then they probably will.
Okay.
Because Kenjaku has to do with the timeline of the next plot.
Okay.
If they're doing what I think they're doing.
Cool.
So, something to look forward to in 2026, maybe, I don't know.
Everything I've seen says fall 2025, but
That's what I thought, but I don't know.
every show it seems like is being pushed back these days.
Yeah, and some shows we don't even have an actual release date, but they're like, definitely January.
Yeah, definitely January 2025. When?
No clue,
Not sure,
brother.
not sure. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. We have some exciting stuff coming up, and I hope that you are having the best holiday season ever. I hope you're safe. I hope you're spending it with loved ones.
I hope Santa brought you everything you wanted or needed.
If you're not with loved ones, obviously you can put this on, spend it with us.
And I hope you enjoy finishing out the year with us. This season of Anime for Blondes is wrapping up along with the year.
Yeah, it'll be wrapping up, I think, beginning of January.
Yep.
And we have just a few more episodes left, guys.
Yep.
This has been so fun to do this first season.
Mm-hmm.
Started out very green, still very green.
But I think, I don't know, I'm having a good time. I look forward to it every week, and I hope you guys do too.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Thanks for listening to us yap and being our new friends.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, we've been friends for a while.
No, I'm talking about them.
No, gotcha.
These guys.
Okay.
Thanks for being our friends. Thanks for listening to us yap. If you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments. As always, we're always here for you.
Oh, and tell us if you've been getting bingo with our Anime for Blondes bingo cards.
Yeah, make sure you're checking our Instagram for the bingo cards because we made them for the Shibuya arc specifically. So
yeah,
anytime we do something weird or annoying or silly, you can cross off that bingo card.
And tag us, post it on your story, and then tag the podcast Instagram, or you can just send it to us.
Yeah. Contact us anyway by text, social media, pigeon.
Text Becca to 212.
Please.
Follow us at Anime for Blondes Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
Yep.
And
threads.
Yep. And have a great rest of your year.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody. See you at the war.
See you at the war.
Anime for Blondes.